Where do I even start this video? Can't see her, but she's trying to get up to me because she knows that I'm sad. I just don't know what to do anymore. In my last video, I will have it in the description below and I'll link it up here. So in that last video, at the very end, I had like credits scrolling up and I detailed the number of eggs that they retrieved, the number of eggs that were fertilized, and the number of eggs that were biopsied and frozen, which was 2 eggs. We only had 2 left. And so it's been about a month or a little bit longer since then, and the reason that I delayed updating you was because we got a phone call about a week and a half after egg retrieval, and they told us that one of our eggs was abnormal, but the other one didn't have enough DNA data for the lab to be able to tell if it was normal or abnormal. So we kind of were put on hold because what they wanted to do was rebiopsy and then see if they can get more DNA to see if the egg is normal or abnormal, or we could move forward with a transfer. But I had to meet with our fertility specialist before we could do anything, so that added a huge delay. So we met with him and he basically told us the truth, laid it all out there, and just said, hey, I don't want to give you false hope, and based on your record from your first cycle and this one, all of the eggs have been abnormal so far, and that this embryo, like the data that he's seeing, he's pretty sure that it's going to be abnormal, so he didn't want us to proceed with a transfer in case it resulted in a miscarriage or something. He just wanted to spare us the pain. So, I mean, ultimately it was up to us to proceed with the transfer or to do the rebiopsy. And so based on his recommendation, we decided to do a rebiopsy, which was free of charge. So that made it even better because we've already maxed out our insurance and they're not covering anything anymore. So everything we do is out of pocket. And so I was really excited to rebiopsy, but based on what he said, I wasn't getting my hopes up because I just had a feeling that he was right. Based on our track record, this egg had, in my eyes, a 75% chance of being abnormal and a 25% chance of being normal. And so the rebiopsy, they'd have to schedule it to be thawed, rebiopsy, and then it would be 2 weeks from that date to know if it was normal or abnormal. And so that was about a week ago that we met with the doctor. And so I got a message today from our embryology department just saying that they thawed the 1 egg that we have, and that unfortunately there is not enough good cells to biopsy from, and that the egg was not necessarily damaged, but the cells were just so incomplete when they thawed it that they can't even refreeze it to use it. So we basically lost that one as well. Although I somewhat saw this coming and knew that this would most likely be the result, it still hurts really bad. It still shattered my heart and made me really disappointed. And honestly, I just don't know what to do anymore. I've been trying really hard to be as positive as possible and always think of everything with the glass half full. Like, hey, maybe this one will be the only egg that's normal. Maybe we'll get a chance. Maybe this, maybe that. Trying to be positive, but also trying to be realistic and not get my hopes up, not let my mind wander too much and get excited, because I knew that if this did go poorly and we did get bad news, that it would just hurt so much more if I let myself get excited. So I didn't, but even though I didn't, it still freaking hurts really bad. And I'm absolutely devastated. And so the dilemma is, we have 3 choices. We can do another round of IVF. This will be 100% out of pocket, $20,000 out of our pocket. We can talk about doing an egg donor, look into that. I don't know if insurance will help with that or what they'll do. I don't know the full cost of that or how that works. Or a third option is to go the adoption route, which is also going to cost a lot of money. So right now we're just trying to figure out what's best for us, but I just feel like if we've done 2 rounds of IVF and all of our eggs have been abnormal and not growing properly and are basically unusable, what's a 3rd round? You know, is that really going to make a difference, or are we just going to be wasting money at this point? Sorry, there's ladybugs and box elders, but I don't know what to do. And my heart is telling me that maybe we should go the egg donor route, because at least it would have my husband's DNA, this child. And I know that I can carry a child, I can get pregnant. It's just the quality of my eggs are what is holding us back. And so I feel like that could be a good option. But it's really tough to swallow the fact that, at least for now, my future child will most likely not have my DNA. Now, there are miracles that can happen, and it could be that after we adopt, after we do an egg donor or whatever, like magically we somehow get pregnant naturally. But again, I'm not holding my breath. I'm not counting on that to happen, because I don't know. I have a really hard time with that kind of stuff. To me, that's just not logical, and it seems super unlikely. So I don't want to waste these next few years that I have to have children on hoping that it works naturally. I'm going to be doing some research on those 3 options. I'm going to continue to learn how I can improve my egg quality, and I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what is supposed to happen. I don't know what the plan is. If you believe in God, then you will understand this. You just feel like there has to be a plan. There has to be more. There has to be a reason. And I don't know what that is. Oh God, there's bugs. But I just wish we would get an answer, because this really sucks. This is absolutely agonizing. I'm trying to be as strong as I can right now, but just know that this is a really difficult, emotional, and mental struggle for me. I've lost a lot of my motivation for everything, and yeah, my family and friends have been so supportive and are really the only thing, and of course my husband, getting me through this right now. Like, some days I feel like I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. Some days I want to contact HR and just say, like, hey, can I take a mental leave? Like, some days I just can't I just can't handle it. So, any prayers you could offer, words of wisdom and strength that you could provide, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know it's been about a month since our second round of IVF, and I'm sure y'all have been wondering like what the heck's going on. Unless you're like in my inner circle, then you already know all of this. But yeah, if you guys have any words of encouragement, if you've been through this situation, if you used an egg donor or adopted and love it, want to share your experience, please comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I will make sure to keep you in the loop with what our next steps will be and where this journey takes us. Thanks for being there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all of your kind words and your support. And I love you all. And I wish you the best of luck if you are going through your own fertility journey.